What's going on, guys? Welcome to the latest episode of the Natty season. Today we are going to go through what we're going to do, Jay.
We're going to do a leg day today, 6.5 weeks out till the first show, but yeah, we'll dive into that after. I think today we can probably touch on like the show dates and how far out we are from certain shows, because a few things maybe have changed for Josh, I think, potentially.
Potentially, I'm not sure. I need to, dot a few I's, cross a few T's, we'll find out.
Yeah, we'll dive into the leg session anyway, take you through a full leg day at 6.5 weeks out and show you, how a leg day should be on prep. Just for safety, make sure you always wrap up, basically. Let's put an elastic band around there, it probably won't make any difference, but
yeah, so as always, we started off our session with calves. We're going to move on to the adductor machine. You would already know this because I'm sure you've already watched the before episodes.
Yeah, if you haven't, then why not?
You really ought to ask yourself the question: what are you doing? That's more important than watching our videos. There's nothing really.
So if you haven't, make sure that you subscribe down below, drop it a like, and go watch the rest.
Yeah, series link it, bruh.
When you are doing this, just make sure that you are using your adductors. So make sure you zoom in on my crotch and make sure you show my adductors. You don't want to be just kind of using your glutes and just using momentum to swing it forward. You actually want to be like locked in place, taking it nice and slow and using these muscles under here to squeeze them together. And that's why we've got a plate underneath. That's why we've got something behind our back right here to put us in the right angle, so we actually are using our adductors and not just kind of using our glutes and our hamstrings and our lower back and stuff to basically just move from A to B, because that's not the point. Hey babes.
One more. Oh yeah.
When you think of like the big legs, you often think of like the big quad sweep and stuff, but in reality, like a lot of that is genetic. So you're not going to be able to like add on a big slab of muscle to the outside of your leg usually, because a lot of it is kind of genetic. So if you got a shit sweep, it's never going to be like massive. Do you know what I mean? Or it's going to take a long time to develop. Whereas with adductors, what you find quite often is people have like a massive gap between their legs. So it's like if you fill in your adductors and you're a bodybuilder, because your legs will basically stop like halfway up or like, above your knee. It just gives the illusion from the front that your legs are a lot bigger. And it's just a thing that I think, like the adductor machine isn't necessarily going to grow your legs not on its own, but it's a good tool to kind of really isolate your adductor. We weren't actually doing this, I think in the last video, which is probably like 6 or so weeks ago, so it's been like a new exercise introduced since. doing the lying hamstring curl, we're actually doing it like banded as well. And the reason behind banding it is when you basically drive up from the bottom, you're always going to get a bit of momentum to kind of bring it up, especially on one of these ones where you're kind of pin loading it. So what the band does is kind of have two purposes. The first thing is obviously it pulls that momentum off. So as soon as you're getting to the point where your hamstring's shorten, the band is actually like fighting against it, trying to pull it back down. No, no,
pull it back down.
Yeah. So basically it's fighting against the momentum. So basically it basically takes off that momentum. It also makes it harder at the top. So it means that when your hamstring is short, so it's contracted, it's allowing you to like really load up and get a really good squeeze, and it also allows you to kind of get a lot of power for the bottom, so you can really, you know, go explosive from the bottom and not have to worry about obviously all the momentum obviously carrying up into the shorter kind of range of it, if that makes sense.
Right guys, just need to clarify this. I've just done 2 working sets. I didn't do 2 drop sets, I did 2 working sets. But Jake and Ed are convinced that I only did 1. Joe, fuck it, I'll do another. Peer pressure. I'm not looking at wimp on YouTube. Sod that. Get it banded up. If I don't become a bodybuilder after this, I fucking quit. Yeah. Yep. Go. You bastards.
After the isolation movements, move on to the hack squat, which is the biggest kind of like compound movement. We've been running this for probably since I moved up to Ultraflex, so it's probably like 2 years now, or like 1.5 years, obviously taking out the lockdowns we had. We band this up, again, it's the same reason as the leg extensions, same reason as the hamstring curls with a lot of the kit, especially because it's a very much a quad focused session, which probably forgot to mention. The bands just help us get a lot more kind of quad tension, as obviously we're shortening that quad. Obviously the purpose of the quad is to extend the knee joint, so we kind of want to make sure that we're going through like full flexion of the knee and full extension and trying to load up the quad as much as possible when you're extending that knee when the leg's straight and the quad's contracted. So obviously having the bands on all of the compounds and stuff you see, as well as obviously allowing us to basically lift more overall without getting as much issues with joints, it actually also allows us to train quads. So it's kind of like, there's just like loads of kind of pros to it and not really any cons. Hacks, very, very simple. Again, first set is a heavy balls out set, generally between kind of 5 to 9 reps. So it is like a proper heavy set. And then the second one, again, it's the same reps, as many as we can get. And then it'll be, again, a triple drop set. So again, like quite a lot of the sets that we do are very similar. So it'll be a triple drop set. And again, it's probably the most taxing movement we do in this session.
Come on!
Let's go, come on. One more.
Come on, Jake. Come on, Jake. Work. Come on, Jake. Yeah. Yes. Come on, Jake. Come on. Good lad.
So, pivot leg press is obviously something we just added in today. We just want to try out. Kind of want to put a leg press in there, but it's just a case of fitting it in like to the session without adding like too much volume and too much fatigue and stuff in there. So we're kind of doing like one set today to try it out. Probably going to keep it in. So the pivot leg press is now in.
Come on! Come on, you come! Come on! Fuck! Yeah. Would you like to know the rationale behind the bands? To make it harder. Again. Because it weren't hard enough. Jake will not be satisfied until I'm crying. Or dead. Come on, Jake. Exercise number like 5 or 6. I've lost count. I've also forgot what day it is, and I've forgotten my middle name too because I am that wiped out. So I'm going to go home and go through the old post-workout routine, which you can find in a previous video. Spoiler alert: I'm going to have a nappuccino, and then I'm going to work. So yeah, Jake's got what, 1 more exercise, maybe 2. Yeah, I'm just going to fade away into the background and disappear. So, yeah, I'll see you next time.
And then always finish off with the kind of isolation one, which is fully customized. It's a bit of a shit bit of kit, but then when you whack all the bands on and when you kind of like put the seat at the right angle, it's really good. And the reason I like to do that is just because I know that for myself, because I had an operation on my left knee when I was younger, it's always been one that is like, I've got noticeably like kind of different musculature on my leg anyway, on my left leg, but it's one that is probably a little bit weaker. It's one that if I'm getting to the end of a rep, for example, on like a hack squat, I'll naturally press through my right leg a little bit more. So I'm aware of that. So obviously the last sets now on leg day are always on single leg kind of leg press, and I'll generally be able to do more with my left leg just because obviously I do press a little bit more through my right leg. So it's one of those things that consciously working on, but at the same time by obviously having a little bit more volume and stuff through the left leg, it's always going to be beneficial. Right, that's the session wrapped up for today, guys. Thank you guys for watching, obviously following through the journey. Obviously currently 6.5 weeks out as of today. So like I said before at the beginning of the video, Josh may be doing a show a little bit later on, but yeah, my first show is going to be 6.5 weeks time. So we're getting very, very close now. Obviously, thank you for watching. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe and all that other jazz down below. If you've got any questions, we're always available in the comments, so feel free to ask anything you like. And obviously be sure to check out the bio down below if you're interested in coaching or want to find us on Instagram. Peace out.